Jimmy Fallon, this isn't normal. Does anything Jungkook wears instantly sell out? Has CK officially acknowledged his global effect? Is this simply fan enthusiasm, or has Calvin Klein quietly admitted that Jungkook operates on a level the global fashion industry rarely sees? The conversation intensified after multiple fashion insiders referenced remarks allegedly made by Jimmy Fallon during a recent discussion about celebrity-driven retail surges. While not a formal endorsement analysis, Fallon reportedly described Jungkook's selling power as not normal, emphasizing how rare it is for a single appearance to trigger immediate multi-item sellouts across regions. And the data seems to support the buzz. Just hours after Calvin Klein's Spring 2026 campaign featuring Jungkook dropped, two specific items he wore, the Heritage Classic nylon bomber jacket and the 90s denim trucker jacket, were marked sold out on the brand's official website in key sizes and colorways. Screenshots circulated rapidly across fan accounts, including viral posts from @DailyJKPraise, declaring once again, sold out king. This is not an isolated pattern. Previous collaborations between Jungkook and Calvin Klein in 2023 and 2024 also resulted in rapid inventory depletion, but the Spring 2026 wave appeared even faster. Analysts tracking luxury e-commerce behavior noted unusual traffic spikes within the first 24 hours of release, particularly from Southeast Asia, South Korea, the United States, and parts of the Middle East. Fallon's framing of the phenomenon as not normal highlights something important. Celebrity endorsements traditionally boost awareness. They may drive incremental sales, but immediate, multi-category sellouts triggered directly by campaign visuals suggest something closer to synchronized global purchasing behavior. That level of coordination is rare even among A-list Western entertainers. The imagery itself played a role. Jungkook's relaxed pose inside a vintage record store, styled in the black graphic bomber layered over a white tank and 90s straight denim, balanced nostalgia with modern minimalism. The aesthetic aligned perfectly with Calvin Klein's revival of 90s street silhouettes, yet fans did not merely admire the look, they replicated it. Fashion economists call this conversion fidelity, the gap between admiration and purchase intent. Jungkook's campaigns appear to compress that gap dramatically. Is Calvin Klein acknowledging this effect? While the brand has not issued an explicit statement declaring him the primary driver of the sellouts, the repetition of collaborations speaks volumes. Luxury houses track SKU performance meticulously. If repeated Jungkook campaigns correlate with accelerated sell-through rates, internal metrics would reflect it clearly. Moreover, campaign language subtly reinforces the synergy. Phrases like bold energy and new icons echo his brand persona. Rather than framing him as a temporary ambassador, Calvin Klein positions him as a defining face of the season. Industry observers now compare his retail influence to historical it factor moments, periods when specific celebrities could single-handedly shift consumer demand curves. The difference? Jungkook's impact operates in a hyper-digital, algorithm-driven marketplace, where global fans can purchase simultaneously within minutes of a post. That velocity is new. And perhaps that is what Fallon meant. With BTS preparing for reunion activities in March 2026, Jungkook's fashion momentum amplifies his visibility during a pivotal industry moment. Each sellout strengthens bargaining power. Each campaign deepens brand reliance. Each viral retail wave reinforces the perception that his influence transcends fandom hype. So, is this hype or structural market power? Luxury analysts lean toward the latter. Because when inventory systems across continents register depletion within hours, and when talk show hosts label the phenomenon not normal, the narrative shifts from admiration to case study. Jungkook is no longer just wearing fashion. He is moving it. And when fashion begins to move because of one name, the industry stops calling it coincidence. Retail analysts often differentiate between influence and activation. Influence generates conversation. Activation generates transactions. In Jungkook's case, the line between the two appears almost invisible. The moment campaign visuals from Calvin Klein surfaced, timelines did not simply fill with praise, they filled with checkout confirmations. Screenshots of order receipts became badges of honor. Fans celebrated securing the Heritage Classic nylon bomber jacket or the 90s denim trucker jacket before sizes disappeared. Within hours, phrases like, "I got mine," and "It's gone already," dominated comment sections. That behavior pattern reflects urgency typically seen in limited sneaker drops, not seasonal apparel campaigns. Which raises a sharper question: is Jungkook functioning more like a cultural release trigger than a traditional ambassador? When Jimmy Fallon allegedly described the phenomenon as not normal, he may have been pointing to the synchronization effect. Jungkook's global fanbase does not operate in isolated pockets. It mobilizes in waves. Once one region reports low stock, other regions accelerate purchasing. Digital connectivity compresses time zones into one purchasing window. For brands, that creates both opportunity and pressure. Opportunity, because accelerated sell-through boosts quarterly performance and social visibility. Pressure, because inventory forecasting becomes more complex. Underestimate demand, and shelves empty instantly. Overestimate, and exclusivity perception weakens. Managing Jungkook-driven demand requires predictive modeling beyond standard celebrity endorsement formulas. Fashion insiders suggest that repeated collaborations indicate Calvin Klein has adjusted accordingly. Campaign rollouts feel increasingly synchronized across platforms. Visual aesthetics are tightly curated for maximum shareability. Even the styling clean silhouettes, recognizable logos, subtle waistband flashes appears engineered for screenshot virality. But dominance in fashion is not sustained by one season. The real test lies in durability. Can Jungkook continue to trigger this level of purchasing intensity across multiple cycles without fatigue? So far, evidence suggests yes. His previous ambassador stints also resulted in record engagement metrics. The spring 2026 wave simply reaffirmed the pattern. Another dimension complicates the narrative: his crossover positioning. With his role at Hublot anchoring him in high-end horology and Calvin Klein cementing his presence in accessible luxury fashion, Jungkook spans price tiers. That breadth expands consumer reach. A fan unable to purchase a Swiss timepiece may still participate through apparel. The brand ecosystem widens. This layered strategy strengthens bargaining power not just for him, but for future collaborations. When a celebrity consistently proves retail acceleration capability, contract structures evolve. Revenue-sharing models, capsule collections, creative input privileges, these become plausible negotiation points. And looming behind all of this is the return momentum of BTS. As reunion activities approach, media attention will intensify globally. Every appearance, airport look, or stage outfit will carry amplified retail implications. If the current pattern holds, fashion houses may compete even more aggressively for visibility within that spotlight. So when Fallon framed the phenomenon as not normal, perhaps he was inadvertently capturing a broader shift. The old model: celebrities influence taste. The new model: certain celebrities control velocity.